So I think we got to start looking at our rappers as educators.
Oh, no question.
And if we had the institutions to support us behind that and those theories, because all they're doing, they're documenting, telling the stories of their communities.
That's very true. You know, it's interesting you say that too, Nick, because there's a direct relationship. I remember in the mid to late 80s when I was an undergrad, you know, a lot of HBCUs were in the middle of the anti-apartheid struggle. And that was during that period they called the golden age of hip hop.
Right.
Here at Howard, 1988, 1889, they had the first hip hop conferences. So a lot of those heads came here.
Right.
And when you look at the early videos, I'm thinking about Queen Latifah, Ladies First. I'm thinking about Native Tongues, Jungle Brothers and them. And you know this history much better than I do.
Right.
But you see a lot of HBCU paraphernalia.
Yeah, that absolutely.
They was rocking that.
And then we bringing it back
No
too.
question. So this is really natural to come back to this thing.
And I think that it's definitely a resurgence of that. And then like you said, like even yourself, you've been on panels and seminars with some of those golden age rappers.
Sure.
I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that at the Tupac, you were there that day when Pac was going off on everybody about,
man,
what was that?
That clip, I don't forget which was it, Tupac. I forget the name of the documentary, but they got a clip from the Indiana Black Expo. I'll never forget. That was just after Juice came out.
Right.
And
Tupac, so he wasn't even the Pac that we know yet.
No question. In fact, that was the moment when the turn got made. That's when, in my mind, the thing got beyond Pac.
Right.
He was surrounded by heads from the 60s, man. Republican New Africa. There was a lot of elders there around him that day.
Right.
He had actually come in a couple of days before his appearance on that panel. We were talking about history and culture. That's why he was the last man in.
Right.
We had the thing so hyped that he had to go off to keep the ball rolling. And he just took it to another
he took
level.
It a whole
no
nother,
question.
So y'all was already kicking it up.
We was already rolling. And he's like, okay, let me go on and smash. And it was like, this was great.
Yeah.
He had come in actually to visit Mike Tyson. Mike was in jail in Indiana, in Marion. You remember he went to jail? He had come in early to see Tyson the day before.
Right.
He stayed over, did the panel.
Right.
And the whole thing was about education, brother.
Wow.
There were probably 2,000 high school and middle school students in that auditorium that day.
Wow.
I mean that shit, because these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. Why we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans and we out here dying? We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that.
Wow.
It's my first and last time meeting that young brother. And I ain't got to tell you, man, you know, because you carrying that torch.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You don't know, it's no question. And I tell you why specifically. The charisma, the magnetism to bring people in.
Right.
But then the substance that once they get in,
right,
you can put something on them.
Yeah.
That's what education does.
Yeah.
You can't fake that. It's either there or it's not.
Yeah. And I don't know, looking back at that, and we'll show the clip. Oh,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, he seemed like he was heated.
Oh, no, he was heated.
Yeah. Why did he was so upset? Because I know he was referencing, like, he was like, we got to do more as a people and just sit here pontificating to these kids. Like, I'm a thug and I'm in this and I'm in it. Like, what was the conversation that got it so heated?
That's a great question. It was, man. So I was there. Another member of this faculty who's here now, Valethia Watkins, who teaches here, does Black Women's Studies. She's there. Another brother, Brian Harris. But Khalid Muhammad was on that panel.
Oh, okay.
From the Nation.
Right.
So by the time Tupac came, we had talked about Egypt and the greatness of black people and the history. Then Khalid brings in that political, weaponized blackness.
Right.
So Tupac's thing is, okay, so what is this going to mean? Interestingly enough, kind of like what you just brought up, what's this going to mean to the cat on the street?
Right.
What's this going to mean to the person who may not pick up a book?
Right.
We got to do more. And at that time, you know, he was still trying to work out what thug life
meant.
Yeah. So really what he was trying to develop is that theoretical framework.
Right.
And I really think that that's why young people to this day.
Right.
And it blows my mind, man, for young people who were not born when Tupac died.
Right.
To still talk about Tupac like he just dropped the album. Man.
Yeah.
So it speaks to the fact that they want it.
Yeah.
And to the point that you've been raising all along about the importance of education and HBCUs.
Yeah.
I think if Tupac had been able to spend even a semester.
Right.
And that's why I say that turn. Because after Juice hit, man, he just took it to, it was another
thing.
He
became another dude.
He never got a chance.
Right.
See, so you having gone through all those stages to come here now and say, hold up, time out. Let me sit for a minute in this environment. if he had done that, I think he would have been able to work out the theoretical frame, because his anger, I think, in part was coming from a frustration and trying to figure out how to connect those things.
Yeah.
How you connect the study and the past to the present and the future for people who are doing the living and dying in our community.
Yeah.
And we still haven't figured that out, Nick.
And
And that's part of what you're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, and the brilliance was there with specifically,
no
and
question.
I think I have the same questions that Pac had. You know what I mean? And I feel like I just have I have more time
Exactly.
to try to go and figure it out.